I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers only you can provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good father. And I'm loved by you. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are.
Okay, we're gonna do some trust balls now, all right?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna turn around, I'm gonna count to 3, and then you're gonna fall back into my arms, and you can trust that I will catch you,
Great.
all right? Okay. Okay, just to be clear, you're gonna fall backwards into my arms, right?
I got it.
Okay, you're not gonna fall forward or straight down, okay? Nothing strange.
Great.
Okay, here we go. 1,
I trust you.
2,
I trust you.
3. All right,
See? Yeah.
good job, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, my turn.
All right. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Ah! Ah! Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon.
And I'm John.
Welcome to the So and So Show.
What do we have today on the show, Brandon?
Oh, you know, just your average, ordinary
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, later today on the So-and-So Show, our circus comes to you. You don't want to miss it. Trust us.
Wait, what?
Did he say the circus is coming here?
That's what I heard.
That's right. Right here on the So-and-So Show, you'll see a circus that isn't to be missed. Stronger than ever. Flying higher. More thrills. Trust us.
This can't be true.
It's true. Trust us. You'll just have to wait.
Okay, now I'm excited.
Me too. What should we do?
I guess we'll just wait for the circus.
Yeah. Are we sure they're coming?
Oh, we're coming. We are the self-proclaimed greatest show on earth. Trust us.
All right.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know if we can trust that they're coming.
We don't want to hear it.
You know what? Why don't we just do our own circus?
Yeah. Introducing the still pretty goodest show on earth. First, the daringest man on one wheel, Unijohn.
Whoa. Hey. Oh, I almost did it. Okay, hold on one second. Hey, Brandon, come here. Help me. Oh! Oh, hey!
Amazing.
For our next unbelievable performance,
If you want to see an unbelievable performance, stay tuned.
stop it! For our next amazing act, we present the tallest man on earth! Huh? Hit it!
Ah!
Unbelievable!
And now, the greatest jugglers in a 10-foot radius.
Time to up our game, juggling eggs. Whoa!
Next. So I'd say our circus has been pretty incredible so far.
You would?
But do you really go to the circus just for the acts?
But the circus will come to you later in...
You also go to the circus for the food.
Peanuts,
Cotton candy.
popcorn.
But the best thing of all, funnel cake. You may be asking, how do you make a funnel cake?
Well, you need a cake,
And a funnel.
and then you just shove the cake through the funnel.
Yeah. Onto a plate.
Exactly.
Okay. Here we go.
Are we doing it?
Making a funnel cake. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah, you're really gonna have to.
Okay, yeah.
You go. You.
Hold on.
All right. I mean, I can try.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay, here, you need this?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Just like the circus.
I don't think that's how they do it.
I think you're right.
It's Bible story time with Kellen. Kellen,
Hello, fellas. How's it going?
Oh, you know, just putting on a circus.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because the real circus was a no-show.
Still to come at the So-and-So Show, the greatest show on earth. Trust us.
Just ignore that, Kellen.
Yeah, we've been waiting for them to come since the beginning of the show.
I don't think you really gave them enough time.
Well, it's been like 8 whole minutes.
You know, maybe we should jump into today's story. It's about someone who had to trust God and wait for a very long time. And here to help me are the So-and-So Show players.
Even better than the circus.
Oh, the humanity!
Our story today comes from the book of Genesis. In Genesis, we read about a man named Abraham. God made a promise to Abraham that he would have more descendants than the stars in the sky, and that the whole world would be blessed through his family. But at the time, Abraham and his wife Sarah didn't have any kids. Plus, they were already very old. So they waited and waited and waited some more. Sometime later, the Lord appeared to Abraham in the form of 3 men.
Whew! Whoa, it's hot. Whew. My sweat is sweating. Yeah. Oh man, it's definitely the hottest part of the day. Well, that looks like 3 men over there. But where do they come from? Wait a Mesopotamia minute. Gasp! That's the Lord! Lord! Hi! Look. If you're pleased with me, don't leave, huh? It's hot. But hey, here, I'll go get you some water, huh? Yeah, some water, right? That you can wash your feet. And there's a tree right there that you can sit under, get some shade, and some food. I bet you're hungry, huh? I bet you're hungry. I'll go get you some food, and then you can get your strength back, and then you go on your way, huh? Right? You travel all this way just to see me. I want to do this for you, huh? Okay, all right. So don't go anywhere, huh? I'll be right back. Don't leave. Sarah? Sarah!
What?
We have guests. Get 36 pounds of our best flour and make some bread.
Okay. 36 pounds.
While Sarah made the bread, Abraham went and had a calf prepared. He brought some butter and milk and the calf to the 3 men who he knew was the Lord, and they ate together.
It's good, huh?
Where's Sarah?
He's over there. In the tent.
I will surely return to you. About this time next year, your wife Sarah will have a son.
Oh, have a baby? Oh, I am worn out and my husband is old. Can I really have a baby now?
Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say, will I really have a baby now that I'm old? Is there anything too difficult for me? Sarah will have a son.
I didn't laugh.
Oh, yes. You laughed.
It was hard for Sarah to believe that the Lord would give her and Abraham a child, especially at their age. They had waited for so long. But a year later, God's promise came true.
We will name him Isaac.
Yes. God has given laughter to me.
The end. Thank you so much, So-and-So Show players.
Great story, Kellen. How old was Abraham when Isaac was born?
He was 100 years old.
100 years old. Wow. That's a long time to wait and a long time to trust.
Yeah, but I love that when God says something will happen, it happens.
True. You can trust that when God makes a promise, that God will keep that promise. God promised Abraham that the whole world would be blessed because of his family. And years later, one of Abraham's descendants, Jesus, was born.
Wow.
Wow is right. Hey, thanks, Kellen. We'll see you next time.
Later, guys.
100 years old. Wow.
Yeah, you said that already.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't even wait 8 minutes for the circus. Imagine if we had to wait for something big.
Yeah.
100 years old. Wow.
Right. Reveal the question.
Oh, when have you had to wait for something big?
Maybe you've had to wait for a big vacation.
Or maybe you're having to wait to make new friends after moving to a new town and it's taken you longer than you thought.
Maybe you're waiting to see your grandparents that you haven't seen in months.
Or maybe you've had to wait for the circus to show up in your basement.
I'm guessing that has not happened to many of them.
I said maybe.
You did. Well, that's all the time we have for you today.
Yeah, so you will have to wait until next time.
But we will be back. Trust us.
Absolutely.
Until then, I'm Brandon.
And I'm still John.
And this was the So-and-so Show.
And this was the So-and-so Show.
Wait, yeah, I think together again. And this was the So-and-so Show. And, okay.
And together again.
And this was the So-and-so Show.
Hey, it's the circus. Look at it. Wow. Hey, lion. Whoa, look at that. There's a bear there. Oh, this is a cannonball shooter. Oh, she's swimming instead. Hey. Thanks, circus.
Welcome to Story Lab. This week, we're talking about trust, while we also take a look at a story of a couple who may win the award for the oldest new parents ever. Oh, and wait for this.
Wait for it.
Hey, I'm Amaya.
And I'm Zeke.
And this week, we're talking about trust, which is putting your confidence on someone you can depend on.
But how do you know who you can depend on?
Well, I think the best way is to look up. What do you see?
The ceiling?
No, imagine that we're outside.
The clouds.
Okay, imagine that we're outside and it's nighttime.
The stars.
Yeah, all those points of light way out into space. Constellations and galaxies, each one filled with more brilliant, burning stars than we can imagine. And every single one points to God. I mean, God made all that out of nothing. It definitely makes me want to trust God.
How many stars are there in the universe?
200 billion trillion stars!
Whoa.
Yeah. The sky was so amazing last night. I just have to take a picture for you. Look.
Ooh, you have seriously got to upgrade.
I know, I just couldn't capture it. So I looked up some pictures taken by the Hubble telescope instead.
The Hubble Space Telescope has been orbiting the Earth for more than 30 years. It's about the size of a school bus and travels at 17,000 miles an hour, circling the Earth every 97 minutes.
Check out this image from the Hubble.
Whoa.
This is the Prone Nebula. It is 6,000 light years away. Stars are actually formed there, so the Prone Nebula is like a nursery for baby stars.
Mind blown. Whoa, wait. I know this one. It's the Veil Nebula. It's a leftover from a supernova that exploded like 20,000 years ago.
Yeah, and check that one out.
Oh, those look like Christmas lights.
Well, the red dots are actually dying stars called red dwarfs, and the bluish dots are burnt out stars called white dwarfs. And they are all part of this huge cluster of stars called the Omega Centauri.
Oh, I know him. He's a transformer.
I think we're talking about something different.
Ah. Oh, is that it? I want to see more stars.
Well, that's all I've got. Unless
What?
we can make our very own stars right here in the lab.
I'm ready.
I don't think you're gonna need those.
They're for style.
Okay then, let's make it. Follow along, and you can do this at home if you like. What have we got, Zeke?
Step 1, fill a big jar or vase or tank about 2/3 full of water.
Step 2, pour oil into a small bowl. Or 2, or 3.
Step 3, add 4 or 5 drops of food coloring to the oil. You can use up to 3 colors.
Step 4, whisk the food coloring with the oil.
It's a little latte, a really oily latte.
Okay, pour.
Wait for it. Whoa, our very own shooting stars. Oh, can we see that again?
Oil is less dense than water and floats on top. Food coloring is water-based and mixes with water. Once the oil is added to water, the heavier food coloring sinks down. As soon as they hit the water, they dissolve, forming tiny shooting stars.
Oh, let's do it again. We've got tons of food coloring.
I'd love to make stars all day, but we got a story to tell, and stars are a big part of this one. It's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the very first book of the Old Testament, Genesis. God made our amazing world, but sin entered the world. People turned away from God and went their own way.
So God picked one man, a guy named Abraham. And even though Abraham was like 90 years old and had no kids, God told him to look up. God promised Abraham he'd have more kids than stars in the sky.
Yeah, and the whole entire world will be blessed through Abraham's family.
But Abraham and his wife, Sarah, they waited for years and years, and they still didn't have kids.
Which is where our story starts.
We're ready.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian. It's amazing how all of creation can talk to us about God. You know, after God told Abraham that he and Sarah would have more kids than there are stars, I bet they went outside at night a lot more.
More children than all those stars? Are you sure that's what God said?
He promised. He said, we'll have a son.
God's promise was clear, but Abraham and Sarah spent years staring up at those stars, waiting and wondering. They were both old, like old enough to be great-grandparents. Could they really have a brand new baby at their age? But at last, one day when Abraham was 99 years old, God met with him again. It was the very hottest part of the day, and Abraham was sitting in the shade of his tent when he saw 3 strangers approaching. Abraham knew right away they were visitors from heaven. He went to greet them and bowed low to show them honor.
My Lord, if you are pleased with me, don't pass me by. Let me get some water so you can wash your feet and rest under this tree. Let me get you some food to give you strength, and then you can go on your way.
All right, do as you say.
Now, making a fancy meal back then was a lot more than just heating something up in the microwave. Abraham found Sarah in the tent and asked her to bake bread. And then he picked the best calf from his herd and asked a servant to prepare it.
Here is some stew and a fresh loaf. My wife makes the best bread in the whole land.
Where is your wife, Sarah?
Over there in the tent.
Now, you had better bet that Sarah was listening in on this conversation. I mean, here are three strangers out of nowhere who Abraham believes are from God. I mean, she definitely wanted to know what was up.
I will surely return to you about this time next year. Your wife, Sarah, will have a son.
Now? After all this time? I'm worn out, and my husband is old. Can I really know the joy of having a baby?
The Lord knew exactly what Sarah thought and said to Abraham,
Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for me? I will return to you at the appointed time next year. Sarah will have a son.
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you laughed.
Oof. Sarah seriously got called out there, but God wasn't angry with her. God was gracious to Sarah, and Sarah did become pregnant, and after some time, she gave birth to a baby boy.
God has given me laughter. Actually, everyone who hears about this is going to laugh along with us. I'm so old, but here I am taking care of a baby. What should we name him?
What about Isaac?
Of course, Isaac.
You're going to have a big family, little one.
As many as there are stars in the sky.
The end. So, do you know what the name Isaac means?
What?
One who laughs.
Well, that is spot on.
Can you imagine how it felt for Abraham and Sarah to wait all those years?
I have a hard time just waiting for the microwave popcorn to finish.
I know, right? Waiting can be hard. But here's the awesome thing. God is always trustworthy. God promised Abraham that the whole world would be blessed through his family. And it took hundreds of years, but the whole world was and is blessed because of one of Abraham's descendants. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Jesus.
You got it. You can trust God all the time, especially when you're having to wait.
Thanks, Brian. So, what is our part in the story?
Well, maybe you're having to wait for a broken arm or a sprained ankle to heal. You can trust that God is still with you, and God still loves you, and you can ask for God for the patience to keep waiting.
I remember when I had to wait forever when my mom said she'd get me my phone. I guess I could have trusted God more instead of just asking her, can I have my phone yet? Can I have my phone yet? Can I have my phone yet? Can I have my phone yet?
Okay, yeah, we get it.
Sorry.
I actually had to trust God yesterday. My dad promised to play tennis with me after he got home from work, but then he had a video call that took over an hour. I had to trust God to give me a good attitude.
Yeah, you know, the truth is, we're gonna have to wait for things. Sometimes we'll have to wait on God. But even while you're waiting, you can trust that God is still there and that God still cares about you. Got it?
Got it.
Wait for it.
So, here's the thing. Trust God even when you have to wait.
Yep, I can't wait for tonight when I get to see the actual stars. I mean, I can wait, but you get it.
Thank you for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.
Here's something to check out while you wait.